My name is Sharon Robertson, and I had Michael David Robertson about a year ago now, and he was born 9 weeks early. So because of that, he had to go straight into the NICU as soon as he was born. And I remember seeing Michael, and he had a CPAP on to help his breathing. He had all these wires, he had needles in him. It was just kind of heartbreaking to see my child the first time that way. As a mother, especially already having one child, I knew what it was like to have the child and take him home from the hospital. And all of a sudden, I think the hardest thing that I went through was I'm leaving the hospital and my child is not. There was a lot of prayer that went into it, a lot of Psalm 8, and just talking about how great God is and how He cares. He cares about all of these things, but He cares about us, and we are just as important to Him, and He's made this universe. And so knowing that there is this entire universe, but He's watching me right now, and He's watching my baby, and that was the most comforting thing I had. There are certain markers you're looking for to see, how close is he to go home. And I remember going in and just being very discouraged day after day because he was not meeting the markers, or as I thought, not fast enough. And they kept saying he was born in August, his due date was October 17th. Don't expect him to come home before October 17th. But every day going in, I would take his temperature, change his diaper, do all these things, and still see him there. It was another one of those kind of overwhelming of, okay, I'm not taking him home today. Finally, one of the nurses said, this weekend, I'm going to have him take a bottle for all of his meals, and he's going to go home. And that was the first time I let myself get excited. And the next day, it was another nurse, and she said, I don't think he's ready to come home. But I said, no, he's coming home today. I could not go to the hospital and not bring him back one more day. And so I spent the day with him, and we made sure we met all of those things, and he got to come home that evening. I can't tell you how many pictures of him just sitting there in his car seat, but I'm just like taking pictures like, this is your first day home. I was such a proud mom. You get in the car and you just release tears because it is just overwhelming to finally be able to bring your child home. And that's what it was like. I sat back there with him and just cried. Wow, he's mine, finally, he's my child. He was one of the very, I say lucky, but blessed ones, the ones that God really did help him in his little life, because he's had no major issues since leaving the NICU. He's little, he's still a little guy, but he is sweet and loving, and as a second child, he's just perfect. He's just a doll baby, and we love him. So I'm very thankful that there's been no repercussions from this decision to have him early and for everything he's gone through. And I say he's a fighter because he has gone through the hardest part, I think, of his life, and now he is just thriving. Thank you.